This is the Absa Cape Epic.
There's no other race in the world, really, that is the same as the Epic.
From year one, in its inception, I think everybody wanted to try and win this race.
You roll the dice when you get that entry, halfway through a year, not knowing what you're putting yourself through.
I think for a majority of people, it'd be like on their bucket list.
And with all the mountain bikers everywhere in the world, they know what the Epic is.
But like Epic is epic, so it's just there's something that keeps you, coming for more and more. Yeah.
Hard work, dedication, and sacrifice.
You're at the start line and it's a long way to go and you're actually nervous.
I was so nervous I couldn't even stand on my bike the first few kilometers.
Wow, if this is going to carry on like this for 8 days, I don't know how far I'm going to make it.
The great thing about the Epic is it allows charities like Songa.info and the Exara Academy to introduce cycling and effectively introduce a whole new world of opportunities to previously disadvantaged communities.
To have Christopher and Barry riding like on the Songa.info in their chest and winning the Cape Epic, it's a great honor for us, and it's an inspiration for the kids in Kayamandi.
You get to ride with 10 world champions.
I think there's a lot of extra aggression, a bit more punch in the pedals, everything you can expect when you're touching toes with the best in the world.
The rides that the world's best have done, you've managed to do as well.
Get the kids excited, because when Barry and Christoph winning the Cape Epic, and for the kids it's like, yeah, we know those people.
The other hand, some of the climbing, you look up and it seems like it's never ever going to end.
It will be untamed.
The Epic is about the unexpected.
The course will be always rocky, it will be always difficult.
I'm expecting rocks and I'm expecting climbing.
Everything the Epic can throw at you.
Here's a typical Dr. Evil answer when you ask my father, so how bad is this section that we're going to do today? And he'll go, yeah, then you know it's going to be pretty bad.
At times, you're in amongst so many people and there's noise and you're chatting and you're yelling and you're throwing out whatever you need to. And at other times, you're alone.
Even if it says it's a short stage, it could be one of the hardest days of your whole life.
Actually sort of tap each other on the shoulder and say, hey mate, look at that mountain, look at those clouds coming through there.
If you have any doubts, then those are the times when you will make it easy for yourself to pull out.
Will my legs hold out? Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow?
Can I finish this one without losing a toenail?
And the only thing that's going to separate you from the rest is your willingness to push that centimeter harder. And if you've done that, that's it.
For that moment it feels like it's the end of the world,
It's a true test of any partnership.
I don't think this race could be done alone.
You are going to have to carry that person. That other person in your team is going to carry you.
My favorite stage of the Epic is the end.
I think I even had a little tear in my eye. I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
What you've been looking for, or looking to achieve for the last year is here upon you.
It's tears, it's laughter, it's disbelief, it's elation, and then it's done.
Friends and cousins and family sticking hands over the wall and slapping your hand as you ride in through the finish line was, it brought tears to my eyes and still does. Like, I get a shaky voice.
The 9th edition of the Absa Cape Epic kicks off with a prologue. It's a team time trial on winding single track, traversing the Durbanville wine route and protected Renosterveld. railing some of the Kontinentskloof and Klipbrug's sublime single track in the Tygerberg Hills above Hillcrest. It all starts at Merendal Wine Estate and ends on a lung-bursting climb up to a mountaintop finish. Magnificent views of Table Mountain and Table Bay are the backdrop to the start of the biggest mountain bike stage race on the planet. Stage 1. A loop around the Robertson Valley. 3 major climbs loom ahead of the riders on Stage 1. The first steepens to 25%, forcing portage, and with a risky descent lying in wait. Then Hangman's Tree, before beautiful flowing trails traverse the ridge of the mountains, showcasing some of the best scenery seen in the history of the race. Then it's Tortoise Peak. Riders will creep up this steep ascent, named after its ancient residents. Stage 2. A 119-kilometer showcase of the Klein Karoo. The route traverses the beautiful rolling dual tracks through the stony Klein Karoo, passing through the charming village of McGregor. It's a special day out for the riders. For those who take time to look up, it's a geologist's paradise with remarkable sandstone shale formations. But be wary of the sharp rocks and thorns and the final section of loose, harsh rises before the final descent into Robertson. Stage 3. Robertson to Caledon, passing Villiersdorp. Dr. Evil cites 4 major climbs on the longest stage in epic history, with the action starting around the 40-kilometer mark. The first is a 6-kilometer dual track, where riders will fight for traction over large rolling rocks. Then there's the Villiersdorp mast climb, followed by the smooth climb to the Toll House, the highest peak of the day, with a fast 5-kilometer descent, dropping 500 meters into the valley. At the 110-kilometer mark, there's the UFO climb to scale and farmlands to traverse before the riders are greeted by their new race village, Caledon. Stage 4. A loop around Caledon over Charlie's Heaven. 2 major climbs jab upwards on the day's route profile. The first is the loose, long and steep Babylon's Turung. Then it's the rise up to Charlie's Heaven, with views as far as Cape Point and Cape Agulhas. It'll be worth going through hell to get there. Danger lies ahead on the punishing descent, with its jagged rocks and deep ruts, and the run to the finish includes tight single track through Caledon's Botanical Gardens. Stage 5. Caledon to Oak Valley through Lebanon. It's a fast-flowing start with diverse fynbos lining the mountain tracks. Riders will enjoy striking views from the Highlands Plateau onto the Bot River Lagoon and Kleinmont Beach. A 10-kilometer-long steady climb takes them through the Kochelberg Nature Reserve, famous for its biodiversity and fynbos. Then, flowing single track winds through Lebanon, Tundi and Oak Valley. But be warned, there are still some steep climbs to come in the final push towards the lush fields of the race village. Stage 6. A circuit around Elgin-Grabouw over Groenlandberg. Don't be fooled by the distance of the stage. It's a hard day of climbing and Nieuweberg is the first big challenge ahead. Then the grand old lady Groenlandberg appears. Riders will enjoy the solitude of the 30 kilometers of dual tracks through this pristine reserve, thanks to Cape Nature, before plunging to more single track in Oak Valley. Stage 7. 62 kilometers, the grand finale at Lawrenceford. Dr. Evil has found a new way to the Champs-Élysées of world mountain biking. Lawrenceford awaits the tired athletes as they make their way from Oak Valley over Twin Peaks above the Elgin Dam and down the ever-familiar portage section of Ganto Pass. Extended single-track sections and steep climbs lie ahead, overlooking False Bay and Table Mountain. Once again, Lawrenceford hosts the finish line festivities as riders experience that bittersweet feeling at the end of the arduous yet epic journey of the Absa Cape Epic. This is the Absa Cape Epic.